Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, howdy, blacks you. Okay, in this opportunity, I will present my final term in this section, and the final term is to make a presentation about the journal we choose in the three journal. So choose is a solution of software. Tell me more for teaching English. Technology acceptance model approach. So this is journal created by Septika Arianti and Devi Gustiani, and the last is Faktu Arifin. So they have a blog. The blog is the first is Septika Kiarianti at Asia University, ACID, and the second is Devi Gustiani at Asia Hasni University in ICID. The last is MVN_Arifin at Antidor ICID. So let's begin. So the main focus of this journal is knowing the student technology acceptance about the use of a learning media is important because it can measure how far the media's utilization is. The research purpose is to recognize the significant influence between the variable the technology acceptance model such as perceived usefulness, perceived as of use, attitude toward use and behavior, intonation in accepting software. Tell me more for teaching English. The participant of the research consisted of 51 students of an English education study program from Universitas Muhammadiyah Metro. Questionnaire was used to find out the students' acceptance toward the use of the software. Tell me more. Now, the availability of a learning media are very much beginning from the conventional to sophisticated media. Besides, the existence of the technology can create more appropriate media such as the utilization of a computer or laptop in the learning activities in the application. The utilization of a computer can be more interesting if it is combined with the software, because if the computer was not supported by the good software, it will be useless. The technology has provided numerous software that can be used in the teaching English. One of the software application is called Tell Me More Performance. So Tell Me More is the worldwide pioneer in a dialect learning computer program with more than 9 million fulfilled planes worldwide. Tell Me More has focused on interior users, perception, years of use, usefulness, satisfaction, and the problem encountered. In this case, one of the colleges which use the Tell Me More in the teaching English is Universitas Muhammadiyah Metro. All of the students, especially in the English major, the student must follow interactive learning in the languages laboratory for 3 years. Therefore, all of the students of an English major must follow the activity without exception. The interactive learning is not the compulsory courses, but the student must join it as additionally courses. During following the interactive learning, the student will be provided the software Tell Me More. The use of a Tell Me More performance at Universitas Muhammadiyah Metro can be seen as one of the ways to apply technology in the teaching English. In this research will be conducted the evolution towards Tell Me More performance software. And the research to serve servers and the maker of the student acknowledgements of e-learning as well as distinguishing the basic variable that will contribute to its effective intelligence. Technology acceptance model decidedly conducted in investigating the issues in effective users, acceptance of a modern technology system. In conclusion, technology acceptance model, or called is TAM, can be a built model for analyzing and understanding a few components which impact the acknowledgement of the unutilized of a computer innovation. The objective of TAM is to clarify the anticipate the user acknowledgements of the data framework. So about the method, this research applied the quantitative methodology. It means that the data collected and analyzed statistically besides on students. Score from each technology acceptance model TAM variable. The constantly is entirely for measuring the influence, perceived usefulness, perceived ease of use, attitude toward use, and behavioral intention in sections of Tell Me More. After the information from questionnaire collected, it was analyzed by applying simple linear regressions. So we're now moving to about the finding and the discussion. Now I'll move to the first. You can see there is a table. The table is about the influence, perceived usefulness to attitude toward use in accepting software. Tell Me More. The table appropriates the airfield to demonstrate the relationship between perceived usefulness and attitude toward use with the score of 0.735. It shows a positive correlation, while the R-square explains the influence of perceived usefulness to attitude toward use. From the table, it can be known that the R-square flow is 0.540. It implies that the influence perceived usefulness to attitude toward use is 54% and another variable out of the research influence that rests. Now, we see the second table in here. The influence perceived ease of use to attitude toward use in accepting software. Tell Me More. The table above shows the flow of R that indicates that relationship between perceived ease of use and attitude toward use. And with the score 0.744, it reveals a positive correlation, while the R-square explains the influence perceived essay of use to attitude toward use. The table implies that the R-square flow is 0.5454. It means that the influence perceived essay of use to attitude toward use is 55.4%, and another variable out of the research influence the rest. Besides, the table also explained that the p-value was 0.000. It means that the p-value almost down 0.05, and there is not any influence. Now we move into the third table in here. the influence, perceived, or usefulness to behavioral intention in accepting software to tell me more. The table above showed the flow of R that indicates the relationship between perceived usefulness and behavioral intention with a score of 0.6 ATI. It showed a positive correlation, while the R-square explained the influence perceived of a usefulness to behavioral intention. The table showed the R-square flow is 0.474. It means that the influence perceived essay of use to attitude toward use is 47.4%, and another variable out of the research influenced the rest. Besides, the table also revealed that the p-value was 0.000. It means that p-value is more down 0.05, and there is not any influence. Now we move in to the next table. The fourth is the influence of student attitude to behavioral intention in accepting software. Tell me more. The table above showed the flow of R that indicates the correlation between attitude toward use and behavioral intention, and another score is 0.892. It showed a positive correction, while the R-square explained the influence attitude toward use to behavioral intention. The table showed that the R-square flow is 0.742. It means that the influence attitude toward use to behavioral intention is 7.2%, and another variable out of the research influenced the rest. Besides, the tables also revealed that the p-value was 0.000. It implies the p-value is more down 0.05, and there is any influence. Now we move into the influence perceived essay of use to perceived usefulness in accepting software. Tell me more. The table showed that the value that implicates the relations between perceived essay of use and perceived of usefulness. Their score is 0.576. It shows a positive correlation, while the R-square explained the influence perceived essay of use to perceived usefulness. The table also revealed that the R-square flow is 0.332. It signifies that the influence perceived of the usefulness to perceived essay of is 32%, and the grades in influenced by another variable out of the research. Besides, the table also revealed that the p-value was 0.000. It means that p-value is more down 0.05 and another, and there is any influence. So we going to the last list, conclusion. The research is focused on recognize the influence between the variable of a technology acceptance model. Attitude toward use had the highest influence to behavioral intention, take after by the positive influence of perceived essay of the use is using software can be more. Besides, perceived usefulness had positive influence to attitude toward use, and also perceived usefulness had positive influence to behavioral intention. In this case, the influence of perceived essay of use has a low effect and perceived usefulness. Concurring to the elaboration above, it can be deduced that the participant can accept the utilization of the technology from software Tell Me More in the process of learning English. Regarding research result, it is important for giving some suggestion in order to make a better quality of English language teaching. By knowing the result of this research, hopefully the student can say the software Tell Me More in a good way and use it in the process of a learning process continuously. So that was my presentation. Thank you for watching and see you. Goodbye.